Hello, Veritas Scholars Academy. My name is Brian Carnesecchi. In C.S. Lewis's book, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Silver Chair, Prince Rilian, the king's son, is kidnapped by the evil witch who had already killed his mother and taken into the underworld, a place where it's dark and hopeless and mundane. Aslan, the great lion, meant to represent God in that story, he commissions several children and Puddleglum to go on a quest to find Prince Rilian. Eventually, after much danger, they find Prince Rilian in this underworld. And the White Witch comes in and begins to lie to them and deceive them and brainwash them. And then she begins telling them that there's nothing great in the world. There's no hope. There's no lion. All there are cats. There's no sun. There's only lamps. There's no goodness. There's no sky. All there is a ceiling. And they begin to believe that until Puddleglum fights back and fights against these lies. And eventually they're saved. And that reminds me a lot about education. Education is meant to show us that God has put us into a world that is full of wonder and glory. Full that everything in the world that he created points us back to God, back to Christ Jesus, the preeminent one in whom all things are held together. And so that is my passion and that is my conviction as an educator and teacher, is to help students come alive and be awakened to see the wonder in the world around them, to realize that they have an opportunity to live fully in this world, to be fully God's person. So that's what I'm excited about as I teach for Veritas Scholars Academy. I have a background in teaching history and English in several different schools. West Highland Christian Academy was one of them, and then I also partnered with Hillsdale College for a year and taught at a charter school with Hillsdale College. I'm excited about education as a spiritual experience as well as academic. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, but when I was 19, I moved to North Carolina. And now my wife and my 4 children and I, we live in Harnett County, North Carolina. A few months ago, we just bought our property. It's been a lifelong dream of ours to have property and not just live in a neighborhood. And so we just bought this 2.5 acres in Harnett County, and we're seeking to build a homestead. And so we want to raise goats and bees and chickens and have an apple orchard. And so what we have here, this chicken coop, in the past couple of weeks, friends of ours have given us some chickens that are laying eggs. So my sons and I built this chicken coop, and then the next thing we're going to be working on is buying some trees to plant an orchard. Can't wait to join you all. See you soon.